Hey guys, what it do? It's your boy Supreme Uchiha the God, and I'm joined here today with Abud, and we're about to talk about Lookism. Come on now. So listen, this chapter was I thought really fun and really good. Some of the fights were interesting. You know, the fights in Lookism, they're never like the greatest things in the world, but we do learn a few things. Logan versus Daniel was very interesting because of obviously the whole arc, the very first arc that we meet Daniel in. He's fighting Logan. Well, Logan is bullying him, really peeing on him, treating him like dirt. Like you forget sometimes how early Lucasm was like so sinister and like so deep layered. I miss those days, goddammit, when the narrative was number one. But they fought that one time, but like Logan wasn't at his like 300-pound best. He was lean and shit because he was trying to look pretty for a girl. But now, obviously he's at his full strength. And well, he kind of gets molested this whole fight, really. And then we learn a little bit about, kind of Logan's mentality, you know what I'm saying? And his way of thinking. He's one of those people that's just like, when you're naturally good at shit, you're just like, man, I don't have to try, man. I'm already good. And then obviously Goo is telling him like, you being a lazy piece of shit, like you gotta fucking exercise or do something. Like, what are you doing? And then we also see a little bit of a flashback of Goo versus Gun again. And I don't know how many fights they've had at this point, but he basically says that in order to be considered, I don't know the exact word Logan used, but basically somebody that's just like naturally strong. But in order to be that, you have to be like Gun, who's like actually a beast like that. And then the chapter ends with Jake. You know what I'm saying? Jake Kim returns. And I think somebody actually in my comment section 2 videos ago, maybe the last video, actually said that. And I thought that the person that actually came from the ambulance was what's his name? Jerry. But he actually told me, he was like, no, the shoes are different, so it might not be him. And I was like, oh, you know. So I think hey, comment down below if you're the person that sent that comment. You was right. But Abud, what did you think of the chapter?
Yeah, so basically, the beginning of the chapter was, as you said, just some fucking harassment. I did not like the fight with Logan and Daniel because I made a video about this. Specifically, I thought Logan would train, to be honest. I thought he would become like a weapon user, maybe do something like with his, I don't know, with Go, but he just did not do anything. And as you said, he mentioned that he's like an Ubermensch or something. And that word is just for gun. Specifically, I think that word just translates to gun in English. So yeah, I don't know what he was claiming there, but yeah, that's basically what I thought of it. And Daniel should have been way stronger in this fight. Like it should not have taken him that long to take down Logan. So yeah, that's what I thought.
In terms of the Daniel thing, I actually think it kind of makes sense because I think people have him higher on the power scaling than I think he deserves. Like a lot of people said that he's stronger than Eli, stronger than Warren, and stuff like that. And I've been disputing that he's not for ages. Just because it does narratively, it doesn't make sense for him to be that strong. Now Logan shouldn't be on that level, so I actually think I agree that he should have dispatched Logan at least a little bit faster. Like Logan was just eating every hit, like for ages. But maybe perhaps it was also to kind of like bully Logan a little bit, give him a little bit of false hope, just as revenge for all the ass whoopings that he received over the years from Logan. What do you think? Maybe do you think that's the reason, or do you think he's just not quite as strong as you thought he was?
You're talking about Daniel or Logan? Because I kind of got sidetracked. Oh yeah, okay. So for
Daniel.
Daniel, so for
Daniel.
so for Daniel, to be honest, I've seen a couple videos where most people are saying that they have him lower on their tier list because he's become kind of overrated, especially in the second body. And there's actually something, it's kind of a hot take, but after this like 1 month gun training arc, I haven't really liked where the direction that Daniel has gone in. Because if you really think about it, if he can fight on the same level as first gen kings with absolutely like no difficulty, no drawback, and he's extremely strong now, and he still can't take down Logan. What's the difference between him and his like second body? Like, what's the need for that at this point? That's, to be honest, like why have a second body in the first place?
I think so. You think that like this current body is good enough to become like their first body, sorry, like his first body. You think is good enough to become as good as like the second body, the OP Ultra Instinct body?
Yeah, I mean, like the only real difference is the height, and the other body is bald now. So, I mean, there's nothing really much else.
But I think the other body is still like superior in everything. It's like way faster, way stronger. He still can't emulate the second body fully. Because even when he went into his Ultra Instinct mode with the black eyes, he still wasn't fast enough. He's telling himself faster, stronger again. So I think the point is that eventually he's not going to need a second body, because I think the second body will probably become, I think, self autonomous. I think it did it. Like, it happened once before. I think that second body. I don't know. We're not really closer into learning how the second body stuff works, to be honest, which is a little bit disappointing because we're like 500, I don't know, chapter plus in, and we still don't know anything at all about the second body. Um, I think that's kind of like the frustration I've had with Lookism, is I think narratively speaking, the secrets haven't, like, it's kind of like, One Piece. With when it comes to One Piece secrets, you learn little bits as you go, but there's so many secrets and so many things that you kept at bay because of that. But I think Lookism, because this is the only secret that we care about, it's like, bro, give us some breadcrumbs or something, you know.
Yeah, to be honest, I agree.
Um,
I
yeah,
just fully agree. And another thing, not just with really just the second bodies, but like practically all of the lore and the writing in Lookism, I feel like is slowly just fading away. And they're sacrificing that for cool moments. Like, yeah, I did like the part where Daniel was trained by Gon and he became like fighting like Ji Chang and shit like that, but where is the plot? Like, it should not
yeah.
have
It's
been
just been
that
a lot of
long.
fights recently, right? It's just been fights, 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 fights.
Yeah, the first affiliate, we've been on the first floor for like 13 episodes. Like, it's a four-floor building with fodders. Can we not just get up an elevator or something?
And I think even like them needing that many people to get through here is a little bit, I don't know. Yeah, I think just the and now obviously Jake is here as well, so we're gonna have to follow Jake as well. So there's just like more and more.
Yeah, bro,
Oh,
this is gonna be the longest arc. Like, it's
yeah,
13
I think it's gonna
episodes
be.
in, and we've done like practically what we would have done in like one episode in the third affiliate.
Yeah. Would you consider this still a part of the whole hostel story? Because hostel story has been going on for God knows how long. Like, I think this will finally conclude Eli's story, which I'm kind of glad for. I enjoyed Eli and stuff, but I just felt like it just kept going and kept going and kept going and kept going. Um,
Yeah, I mean, to be
and
honest,
I
I
think,
think Vasco just ended Eli's career, and he ended also his story with where Lookism is going now. I don't think he's gonna be mentioned that much more if he doesn't die.
yeah, yeah. See, that's the thing. I feel like there's kind of death signs with him, but I hope he doesn't, just because Jesus Christ, his life can't get that much worse. Like every time, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I mean, like, imagine Yana as an orphan with like no mother, and then having her father for like 6 months, and he just disappears.
yeah, yeah. Nah, that's crazy. But yeah, I'm glad that Eli let himself lose against Vasco, because I think I think he needed to. I think that's the only way to kind of like not dissatisfy the audience as well. Because if Vasco lost, people will be pissed, and if Eli lost, people will be pissed. So it kind of had to be Eli giving up, to kind of like satisfy both sides. You know.
Yeah, I mean, like that part was done. I even said it to my friend who's like an Eli fan. Like I told him
Mhm.
specifically, like if you're mad about this, like you can't really be mad about this. Like PTJ did it in like a perfect, beautiful way where it was not disappointing to the Vasco fans or to the Eli fans. And if Vasco lost, it's like where do we go from there? Like
Yeah, yeah.
where is the
Vasco had to
workers
win.
going? Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. And then same for Zach. Zach is probably the most frustrating character for me. He was my favorite character, but like Jesus Christ, I feel like he's just been butchered completely. I hate his fighting style the most. Oh my god. Let's not even get into it.
No, no, I
Oh,
agree
I
with
need to
you.
do
I
another
was gonna
Zach
ask you
video,
this question
cause
actually.
yeah. What's the question?
I was gonna ask you, do you think that Zach's like his fight with the old man. You think it was a transformation? His like boxer pride showing like his flashback with Gang Soap. Is that a transformation? Because I wouldn't count it as one. I think it's just base
I
Zack, to be honest.
I think it's still base Zack. I don't think we the only time we saw like Ultra Instinct Zack was when he fought UI Daniel. Do you remember when him and Jerry and Dan when Jerry beat the two of them during the very first
Yeah, I
hostile
think that
arc?
was like
Yeah,
yeah, I think that was the first time he went UI
yeah, that's
for
the
Daniel.
yes, yeah, yeah. So I think that fight is when I think Zack went up a level, but since then he hasn't. I feel like he's regressed. I think his style. I just don't get how a boxer style is to just take hits. Like it's just, it's just. Oh, well,
I
anyway,
think
listen. And
PTJ
this
is
is
turning
not.
him into like I
Hmm.
feel like Zack is like practically the most person who is training to be his trainer. Like he's not training to become better than his trainer. He's training to be his trainer. Like for Vasco, he's training to become better than Bektak, and Bektak even said it
Yeah,
himself. Like he wants him to become physically stronger and shit. But for Zack, like when you look at pictures of Gangso, he was pissing everywhere. He was fucking cussing people out, and that's I feel like what Zack's gonna become. Like he has changed
yeah. But
into an arrogant person, to be honest.
yeah, but I know he needed the confidence because he had no confidence. He was just a depraved. Actually, depraved Zack was actually his biggest transformation. Actually, when they fought Arslan,
I mean,
the
that was my
yeah,
favorite
when they fought
transformation in Lookism.
yeah, when he was depraved, that's when he was just like unstoppable. But yeah, I think that's they didn't want him to be depraved anymore, which okay, that's fine. But I just think that he shouldn't have lost his core fighting style, and him following this guy like this is just like you should take what you can and then adapt. Like that's what Gun and all the best fighters do. That's what they do. They take the best bits and they adapt. They don't just copy and paste, you know. But
Hmm.
anyways, that's really it. That's all
Yeah,
really we
it's
wanted to
interesting.
talk about today. The chapter was pretty good. Narratively, again, I think Lookism is lacking. I think we need to get back on that narrative train. You know, because at this moment it's just like different places making money, and then the guys go try to stop them because they're exploiting kids, and it's kind of the same. It's kind of rinse and repeat a little bit, but I do hope that we, since at the end of this, they take down the workers completely, and then we can move on to something else because the workers have been he's been trying to take down the workers since like chapter I don't know when like chapter 100 or
Yeah, like
something. So
chapter 200 or something. Yeah, that was
yeah,
an
it's been like
extremely like
200
this is an
plus
extremely
chapters of
long saga.
workers. Yeah, it's like the longest saga ever, bro. This is like 10 One Piece sagas in one, like, but anyways, yeah, it's been your boy Supreme Uchiha the God with Abud, and this is our first collaboration, but hey, expect more on the way. We're out.